We have news of the purported escape of MAZI Kanu. It's been said that he tried to escape from the DSS custody. Mind you, in the history of Nigeria, nobody has ever escaped from the DSS custody. Nnamdi Kanu is a special prisoner with the DSS. Remember, reports have it that he was kidnapped from Kenya. The government went to various lengths to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, and now what we are hearing that Nnamdi Kanu escaped from custody. This is being piloted by a Nigerian news outlet. Nigerian media have started again carrying out such propaganda on the leader of the IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra. He was kidnapped in Kenya, and these guys, they have started all their gimmicks, their tactics. There's a plot, there's a grand plot to kill Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody. I repeat, there's a grand plot to kill Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody. Why would such a news just come out like that? If not that they are trying to test the grounds to see what will be the reactions of his followers, what will be the reaction of those that support Nnamdi Kanu's cause, what will be the reaction of every Biafran. They are trying to test the waters. It's a kind of research-based ideology. Let's just say that Nnamdi Kanu escaped. Let's see how these people react to it. My brother, it is a dangerous path that the DSS is going through. You don't play with such information. Nnamdi Kanu, the court has vindicated him severally, but it seems that the government is bent on using Nnamdi Kanu as a chess, using it to play chess with the Southeast, playing with the lives of millions of people in the Southeast, causing insecurity in the Southeast. Remember when he said that if you take me out of this dungeon, out of this prison, not up to 5 minutes, security, normalcy, peace will be restored to the Southeast. The government knows this, and they are refusing to release MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. It's unfortunate that we are hearing that from the reports. There's a Nigerian newspaper saying that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu decided to, these guys are playing with fire. They are playing with, they just want to set the Southeast on fire unnecessarily. They just want to set the Southeast on fire. Do you know what it means for Nnamdi Kanu to escape from DSS custody? Do you know what it means? DSS custody is not just any other facility. Like I said, we have never heard in the history of Nigeria that somebody escaped from DSS custody. Why would such a person as Nnamdi Kanu be said to have escaped? How did he escape? Someone that is fully guarded, someone that is seen as is a high value person. Nnamdi Kanu alone represents millions of people in the Southeast who will listen to him at any point in time. Nnamdi Kanu is someone that is being respected above the Southeast governors. Any politician in the Southeast, even a Peter B, cannot be able to carry the influence, pull the influence that Nnamdi Kanu is pulling in the Southeast. And you will tell me, where is he escaping to? Or is it that they want to kill him? Yes, there's a grand plot to kill him. That's what we're hearing. Some people are finding ways to destroy this guy, kill this guy, but they are testing the waters. They want to see how people will react, to that killing. My brothers, please, there are some people that are supporting the Biafran cause low-key. There's some people that are just watching. They are not saying anything. So don't look at all these online guys. If they're not reacting online, does not mean that there are people that Nnamdi Kanu has won the souls, the hearts of people in the Southeast. That is a fact. Looking at the history of Southeasterners, starting from the war, and looking at the marginalization that is before our face, we don't need to read history to know that Igbos are being marginalized. Wherever you go, there's always this stigma on the Igbo man. So don't play with MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Don't play with MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Even the Southeast governors, you see, they are trying to play politics, not supporting this guy. You'll be surprised that these guys will rise up and take a stand with Nnamdi Kanu against the federal government. Let justice be done. let's have a country that is void of injustice. It's unfair how the Igbos are being treated in Nigeria. It's unfair how the Igbos are being looked at in Nigeria. How would you say is he a common criminal? So the news have been debunked. It is a lie. Nnamdi Kanu did not escape from any custody. The lawyers have complained that the DSS refused access to Nnamdi Kanu. They refused access to Nnamdi Kanu. And what we are hearing is that anytime he is close to his court date, on the 19th will be when we'll be having a hearing on Nnamdi Kanu, the Nigerian government is being accused of trying to stir up chaos, crisis in the southeast. That's when you see some days to the court trial, and ESN IPOB camp will be destroyed in a particular place. Look at what happened in Aba. Orchestrated, planned by people that don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. There are powers behind Nnamdi Kanu. That's why Showore said that Kanu settlement is out of court. What is holding Nnamdi Kanu is not the judicial system. There are some powerful forces that control or that can influence the judicial system that are holding Nnamdi Kanu captivity in the courts. Let nothing happen to Nnamdi Kanu. That is just an advice I'm giving to the government. You see, there are some people that they are not openly supporting the Biafran cause. It is being made clear to everyone that every Southeasterner automatically becomes a Biafran, like every Southwesterner automatically becomes an Oduduwa person. So they see and highly respect. You don't know the respect Nnamdi Kanu has. You people don't know the respect. If you know the respect Nnamdi Kanu has in the southeast, how they revere this man, it's going to trigger something that might be worse than what we experienced in 1967. So we are advising the DSS, don't play with this fire. These people have become civil, trying to go through the courts to secure his freedom. Nobody has been so aggressive, jailbreak, whatever people are just thinking. Nnamdi Kanu said he was going to defeat them in their courts. So the guy has been civil. He has not been, as you tag him, terror-like, or is this or that. So anything that is happening now, what should be on the minds of the Nigerian government is to give this guy justice so that there will be peace in the southeast. Some people are mulling for regional government. It is good on your part. You can start looking for a regional government. But when you are going to talk about regional government and you're not talking about fairness to other tribes and other regions, it does not make sense. I know it might be a ruse. It might try to stir the waters. Yes, not as if something's not happening. Like, let everywhere be lively, because this original thing, I don't believe that is going to have any fruition or is going to be possible, because we play too much in this country. We are not serious in this country. We started with national anthem. We started with cows are presidents or cows are citizens. From cows are citizens, we went to Odobale, Tinubu fell on Democracy Day. We are trying to, there's a distraction going on. And you have come with MAZI Nnamdi Kanu escape from prison. How does that sound? Escape to where? Where did he? Some people say he was able to maneuver the security system in the DSS. Nigerian officials and lies, these people are not worth handling positions of power. How can you just freely open your mouth and just spew out lies, outright lies on an individual that have really done nothing to deserve the kind of treatment you are meting out to him? You can see the Zamfara state governor said that at a place, the soldiers are told, Zamfara state, that we are having bandits killing people, killing farmers, sending people out of their farms. He made a revelation. A governor says he's not in charge of the security architecture of the state. Somebody that they ceremonially call the chief security officer. He is not in charge of the security architecture of his state, that is a governor, he said it on a live broadcast that these soldiers are told to stop at a place. There are places they are told not to go. From Abuja, when we hear from Abuja, they are not even mentioning names. Every time from Abuja, someone from Abuja will just sabotage the efforts of these soldiers. While we have Tinubu as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, a governor of a state is complaining that soldiers are not going to some areas. Probably that is the place where these bandits are. Soldiers are not going there to carry out their mission, and you are saying that this country is serious to give justice, fairness, and equity. Look at how checkpoints are much more than police posts in the southeast. Army here and there, militarizing people, kidnapping people, and killing people in the southeast. That is not as bad as what is happening in the north. The other time we heard that 50 farmers were killed in, I think, Katsina. Villages have been ransacked. That's not the case in the southeast. But a governor from Zamfara, governor of Zamfara state, is saying that the army itself, the military itself, is restricting these soldiers from going to some areas. And we will just keep quiet and look at it as if all these things are just, it's just like that. It's a normal thing. A governor making an accusation is not just an ordinary citizen. A governor that will come out to make that accusation, you must know that there's something about this country that needs to put us apart. We don't need to stay together because there are some interests that are against the interests of humanity. The other time they were arguing if cows were citizens in the hallowed chamber, if it is still hallowed, if it's still a hallowed chamber. They were arguing. Imagine, they're arguing. My God. So NNAMDI Kanu is not a puppet. Don't play with NNAMDI Kanu's life. Playing with NNAMDI Kanu's life is like playing with the lives of millions of people in the southeast. Let nothing happen to NNAMDI Kanu. It is not a threat. It's an advice. When you look at the internet, you can see the reactions here and there. It is an advice. NNAMDI Kanu did not escape from custody. NNAMDI Kanu is with the DSS. Whatever happens to NNAMDI Kanu, hold the DSS responsible. If there is a plan to silence him, let it be on the DSS and the Nigerian government that they assassinated NNAMDI Kanu. If anything goes south, it is trouble that the Nigerian government is inviting, because the southeast, they revere this man. They don't take him for joke nor granted. So the reports we have, through reports, we have fact-checked everything. NNAMDI Kanu did not escape from custody. I just said, let me come and put this straight. It did not escape from custody. Most Igbos, most Southeasterners owe their life to NNAMDI Kanu because of what he represents. He represents their identity, which is the country, Biafra. I might love what the Tinubu government is doing, bringing in regionalism so that we can have such conversations at the end of the day, that the country would demarcate and go its separate ways. So let's see the Fulani Janjaweed and those guys at the top positions, those guys every small thing in Abuja. Somebody in Abuja give directive. The person does not have name. Let me see how those guys in Abuja will give directive to send military men to come into the southeast and start killing people for no cause. You have tried to pin all the criminal activities in the southeast perpetrated by some people who I don't know about on NNAMDI Kanu, trying to criminalize NNAMDI Kanu, pinning and trying to make sure that you find something to pin on him, and just like give the dog, just put an allegation on him so that he can give me a bad name. There's nothing you hold against NNAMDI Kanu, and there's nothing you can hold against NNAMDI Kanu, because first, it has been established that the way and manner you took him from Kenya is not, you are not going through the right processes. It is deemed as kidnap. The way Umar Diko was kidnapped by the Nigerian government under Buhari as head of state. Buhari as president also did the same with MAZI NNAMDI Kanu. And let me talk on Abia State. Abia State is a state that is experiencing development. The deployment of army into that state will not stop the development of that state. Whatever is the grand plot to put the southeast in bondage and make sure that there's no prosperity in the southeast would not work. Southeasterners are resolute and resilient whenever they want to do anything, whenever they take any decision, they are resolute and resilient. We must develop the southeast wherever it takes us. Militarizing the southeast will not stop sons and daughters of the southeast to go back to their homes to invest. Remember what is happening in Lagos? Most people will tell you, go back to your Anambra and go and invest. So the Igbos have decided that we will go back and invest, and let's see how we develop at our own pace, so that we will not be second-class citizens or third-class citizens in the country that is literally built by the Igbo man and his ingenuity and his I can do spirit. That is what we are saying today. NNAMDI Kanu represents a symbol of people should not try and do something that is funny. It will not be funny. It's not a threat. It will not be funny. There will be natural aggression on the Nigerian state by these people from this region. There will be natural aggression. It's not, whether you're an Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, advise the DSS not to take the path they are taking, because that path they are taking is going to bite them hard. It's going to be a disaster. It is a disaster that is waiting. It is a disaster that is waiting to happen. So, Nigerian government, please, I'm not begging you, we are advising. We know how the country is. We cannot afford any other crisis that will escalate into casualties here and there. We know the game. We know what's happening. DSS is trying to play on the intellect of the Southeasterners. You failed in this your research that you have done, your thesis you have done, your trial and error. Let's see how they can react. No, we are telling you that don't even try it. Don't even try it at all. Don't try it. There are people that are not talking. You must be afraid of people that are not talking than the ones that are talking. When they don't talk at all, just know that there's more than meets the eye.